Right, yeah, your hair looks good.
Yeah, thought it looked nice. Yeah,
you're looking sharp.
Good man.
I'm here at Steve Robinson's boxing gym, and here with me now is undefeated cruiserweight Craig Kennedy. Craig, how's it going?
I'm fine, thank you. Going well, going well.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Craig, you're out next on March the 14th, Steve Robinson's promotion. Show Enter the Dragon. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, basically it's Steve Robinson's first promotion, as you know. I'm really looking forward to it. I had a really good year last year, 7-0, and it was just a bit of a bad ending to a good year with people pulling out due to bad backs and whatever else. I was hoping to fight for a Welsh title. Unfortunately, that opportunity haven't come at this time, so we've taken on the durable Moses Matovu. He's a Ugandan based in Ireland. He's only ever been stopped 3 times.
Yeah.
So to be fair, I'm expected to win, but to stop him is a whole different kettle of fish. So if I can stop him, I think that'll definitely send a message out to the other cruiserweights in the country.
You're looking to make a statement, yeah? Yeah?
Definitely, definitely.
You meant to be fighting Harri Miles, but he's had to pull out with injury. How frustrated was you when you had the news?
To be fair, Harri Miles, as you know, he takes fights on short notice against tough, durable opponents. So I was a bit shocked considering it was 8 weeks before the fight. I thought he might have wanted to have a couple of weeks away and then to obviously let his back heal and then consider taking the fight. But for whatever reason he didn't want to do that, and there was no mention of taking it or rescheduling the date, so I was just a bit confused about that whole situation. So to be fair, I think there's a bit more to that situation. Yeah. So I know he's not one to run from a fight, I know that, but it is what it is, and hopefully we can get it on now later in the year. So
another fight that's been meant to happen is Wayne Brooks. Do you think this fight's ever going to happen?
Possibly, possibly. Only recently he's been mentioning that he's ready now and that he wants to take the fight. The catch is, which people obviously don't know, you'll know yourself from obviously being involved in the boxing, you've got to sell tickets, and at this moment in time he's expecting me to pay his wages, and on the basis, with everything that have gone on, I won't be able to sell enough tickets to account for his wages, my wages, and pay the show. So, like I said to his camp, go away, have 1 or 2 fights at the weight, help me to help him, yeah, and we can make the fight happen. I need to sell maximum amount of tickets. And to be fair, I definitely won that fight because he's been off the record saying a few things behind my back and saying this and saying that, when truth be known, I really believe that he wasn't ready last time around, but I do think next time he'll come ready to go, so I'll be in the best shape I've been in for that one.
I think both fights, the public would love to see the both of them fights happen, wouldn't they?
Of course, and that's why I want to get them on, because I think basically, like with my fan base staying so loyal to me, whether it was a journeyman or a tougher opponent, they come in big crowds every time. So I want to give them a good solid fight. I want to be in a hard fight myself, because to be fair, up till now I haven't really been tested.
Yeah. So
2014, I'm looking on obviously jumping up the ladder to the middle band of fighters, I like to call them, in Britain, which is Harri Miles, Wayne Brooks, that type of fighters.
Get yourself a good ranking as well, eh?
Of course, it was a step in the right direction for me, but they're obviously just a stepping stone to where I want to go. So my career don't revolve around them. There's so many other avenues I can take, and until they're ready to come, and obviously come prepared at the weight,
yeah,
and then obviously we can get it on.
Do you think maybe people are starting to avoid you now? Definitely.
Obviously I've had 7 fights, 7 wins, 5 knockouts, and even people are saying, like, you know, but the caliber of fighters that like you've been fighting are not the best, which is true. But the guys I'm fighting are durable opponents who come to survive. They base their training on surviving, so they can at least get 1 fight in a month. Is their wages, is their bread and butter. So they're not coming to lie down, and you know, the power speaks for itself.
How's training been leading up to the fight?
This fight has been magnificent since Christmas. To be fair, I literally had about 4 or 5 days off over Christmas. Didn't take my foot off the gas at all. I'm not a drinker anyway, so I'm always in shape. I put on a couple of pounds, obviously, do you know what I mean, as you do over Christmas, but straight back in the new year, straight back in there, feeling tip-top, injury-free, And again, not making any excuses, but every fight up till now, I've always got a niggle. You're in a hurt game, you're never ever going to get through camp without having some sort of injury. But I had a bit of problem with my knuckles and my shoulder, my back, just like every other boxer who's putting out for all these reasons. Being in a hurt game is part of the game, that's the sport we're in, so you just get on with it.
Have you had much sparring leading up to the fight?
Yeah, this time around I've been sparring up road. I've been up Birmingham with Chris Keane, who's ranked number 10 in the country. I've done quite a few rounds with him. Unfortunately, my main sparring partner, Enzo McAnally, he's just recently had an eye operation. So he's had to have a couple of weeks out, so I think I'll probably catch him the week before my fight, and then I'll stay in camp after my fight to help him up to this world title fight. So
mention it, Enzo, you got a big fight coming up.
Yeah, I've got a really big opportunity coming up, and I really think he can take it. He's fighting now Jürgen Bremer from Germany, I believe, but I just think that Enzo's power and just the change since he's been with Gary Lockett, his last couple of fights have shown. And he got the power and the experience definitely this is his opportunity, and he knows that, and I think he's going to do it.
Yeah, Gary really seems to have like revitalised his career, doesn't he?
Oh, definitely. He turned it right around since last year, so he's looking like a different man altogether.
I think I hear you say in the past that you would fight at the heavyweight.
Yeah.
Is this something you might do in the future, or do you think you'll be staying at cruiserweight?
No, definitely. At the moment, I still got the willpower to get up, do the early morning runs. I'm making the weight quite easily. My last fight I was 14 stone bang on. As you know, it's 14.4, that's the limit. I walk around at 14 stone 8, 14 stone 9, so it's not as if I got to cut a whole leap of weight. I'm 28, and like I said, by the time I'm 30, your metabolism changes, and gradually I'll form and turn into a solid heavyweight. At the moment, I'm too small for a heavyweight.
Yeah.
I'm fast enough, but when you get caught by those big boys, you know what time it is, so I'll let my body gradually build into a heavyweight.
What do you think of the heavyweight division at the moment in this country?
Obviously with the likes of Anthony Joshua, Hughie Fury, Tyson Fury, all exciting fighters. Some might think that they just talk themselves obviously into some of these fights that gets in, but I actually enjoy it all. Yeah. But it's nothing like it used to be. And the cruiserweight division, even though a lot of people don't know many names, why that is because it's so wide open, and there's so many, like there's so much competition. The top 10 cruiserweights in the country are all, it's like a thin line between them, so there's no one dominating, so there's a good chance to have a good crack at this cruiserweight division, definitely. And by the time my time comes, hopefully I'll come into the heavyweight division at a good time.
You had 7 fights last year, quite a busy year for you. Were you hoping for the same this year?
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, it's been a bit of a slow start. We're already like coming to the end of February, and as you know, I haven't been out this year yet. But having such a busy year last year, didn't really get out of camp last year. It was nice to have a little break over Christmas. Even when I come back after the new year, the first 2 weeks was just easing my way back into it. But definitely, I think we're going for possibly about the same amount of fights as last year. If a prize fighter opportunity comes around, as you know, that puts like 3 fights straight on your record if you get to the final and win it.
Is that something you'd be interested in then?
Definitely at my age, 28 years of age. There's a way of fast tracking, getting obviously in the spotlight. He's watched all over the country, and I really think after watching the last one, I truly believe that I would have had a good chance of winning that.
Yeah, just 3-minute rounds.
3-minute rounds suits me down to the ground, and if I get through the first fight, I just warm up. I get better as the rounds go on.
And what's the most rounds you've done at the moment?
At the moment, 6. I've gone 6 rounds once.
And what's the next fight at now?
8. An 8 round on my next one, but I'm doing like 10 to 12 rounds regular with Enzo McAnally and high caliber fighters like that. And you know, when I say sparring, it's not sparring. We go to war. You know, for the people watching in both camps, it's good to watch. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is there anyone out there in particular that you'd like to fight?
At this moment, to be fair, there's no one obviously who I'm gunning for directly, but the obvious one would be John Lewis Dickinson, for the sheer fact that he holds the title in Britain. So if the Welsh boys want to duck and dive, and obviously I've got to go around that, the next best is obviously the Celtic title, which hopefully we will be able to do now in the next coming months. But the one obviously everyone's gunning for in the division is John Lewis Dickinson, for obvious reasons. He's the one who holds the title.
You're hoping to get a couple of titles this year?
Yeah, definitely. By the end of the year, I definitely want to be lingering around British title level. So my next 6 to 7 fights will be will set me instead to be in contention, at least for British titles. So prize fighter, I think it set me up really well for that. Put me in a spotlight. You win that, and straight away you're in the firing line. So
definitely. Now, Eddie Earner said that he's hoping to be back in May to do another show in Wales.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd like to be part of?
Of course, I wanted to be part of it last time. I think there was a few people who put my name forward, a few well-respected people in the game, and he didn't take the bait. Obviously, he didn't need boys like myself on the way up who sells 300 tickets plus. He obviously gets the show sold anyway, so it's a bit of a shame. But I'm hoping next one, by the time it comes, I'll be 8-9-0, hopefully with a couple of titles, and hopefully I'll be knocking on the door and get on that. It'd be nice to fight for a Welsh title on that.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to see on it.
All the Wales would like to see that as well, so I think it's a good move for him. And it's guaranteed a knockout as well, that I promise.
Yeah.
Of course.
Can I just ask you, how come he didn't turn pro until he was 27?
Well, what it was, I was in the amateur game. I basically had a bit of a shoulder injury when I was about 22. I was out for 2.5 years, still in the gym, still training the kids coming up, still staying around the game, but I basically fought in the amateur final, in the Welsh amateur final, and got to the final, got to the weigh-in, and the boy didn't turn up. There was 26 fights, 26 fighters, 13 bouts, there was only 25 boys there. Lo and behold, there was my opponent who didn't turn up. It was disheartening for me. I worked so hard. I've been out to Tenerife training, on a training camp up there, sparring with the best all over, travelling up and down country. That was my title that year, and I basically obviously had it given to me, but it wasn't the way I wanted to win it, so that was the end of the road in the amateur game for me. So that was that. And
looking back, do you wish you turned up professional earlier, or do you think
possibly,
it was the right time?
But it was the right time for me. I have always said that I wish it was earlier. I'd love to be 22 again, but at the same time, people close to me just says, like, the place I'm at the moment, you know, I'm 100% for boxing. Maybe in my early 20s I wouldn't have been as focused as I am now. Made a few mistakes, and maybe would have slipped up and had a few losses, and in this game you have a couple of losses, and that's it. It could be, you know, career ending, you know.
Yeah.
So I think I've done it at the right time, come in at a good age, well disciplined, and ready to go, feeling fit and stronger than ever.
Focused and you know what you want.
Exactly.
How can your fans keep in touch with your progress? Are you on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at BoxerCK1. Obviously I'm on Facebook as well as Craig the Kid Kennedy, and I'm also on Instagram, again, BoxerCK1. So
if your fans want tickets, how can
they're on my Facebook page. There's numbers to contact. There's these posters which are just everywhere you go in all amateur gyms, and our phone numbers on here. So, or there's a website you can go online, which is www.steverobinsonpromotions.com, and you can get tickets on there also. So
okay. Finally, what can we expect to see come fight night?
Fight night, I'm fighting a Ugandan from Ireland who's only ever been stopped 3 times, so he's going to be tough and ready. He's going to come. He's used to taking pain, and he don't fall short ever. He always comes prepared, and he's not one of those journeymen who comes to lie down either. In all fairness, I take my hat off to him. I can't understand how he's won as many fights as he has, but you're going to expect an explosive performance once again from the kid, and I'm expecting to go in there, and within 6 rounds, it's going to be over.
Okay. Well, I'd just like to say thanks for your time, and best of luck for the 14th of March.
Thank you very much. Thank you.